Just got a Cricut Joy or pulling it off the shelf where it's been sitting for a while and you still don't know what supplies you actually need to get started? Before you start buying random tools and materials, let me help you save some money and avoid the beginner mistakes most people make. In this video, I'm breaking down the essential tools and different types of vinyls and extra supplies that are truly worth having so that you can start crafting right away. And don't worry, I'll also let you know which supplies you can skip for now. Let's start with the basic tools and supplies you'll actually need to use with your Cricut Joy. These are the essentials I recommend having on hand before you begin your first projects. The first thing that you need when you have a Cricut Joy is a cutting mat. Now your machine should come with at least one cutting mat, and it's probably going to be the standard grip mat. Now the Joy is a smaller machine, so it only can use a 4.5 inch wide space, and this standard one comes at 6.5 inches, but you can get them at 12 inches long to be similar size to the normal Cricut mats, but it'll still only be 4.5 inches. Another important mat to have with your Cricut machine is the card insert mat. And so this card mat is fantastic because you can put the cards inside and cut only the top of the card. And we'll go over this a little bit more, but this is also a really fantastic mat to have with your Cricut. Now, if you don't want to buy brand named products because you're on a budget, this standard grip mat is the same as the green mats that Cricut sells, except you can buy this at the Dollar Tree instead, and it fits perfectly into your Cricut like so. Inside of your machine, you will have a blade, and if you push this button here, you'll see it come out. It's important to note that this blade is not the same size as a Maker or an Explorer blade. So if you want to have spare blades, you need to make sure that you're buying a specific blade for the Joy. And when this is inside of your machine, it just sits like this, and you put it into place. My next essential for using a Cricut is a scraper or a squeegee. You can use both. I find that these are very helpful when it comes to applying things onto your mat or trying to take them off, and especially when you're working with vinyl. So you can use the squeegee to help you apply vinyl without scratching it, because the squeegee has a felt tip on it and also a flat tip, and then you've got your standard Cricut size one, which is the small. They do sell bigger ones, but you can get off-brand ones that are just a simple piece of plastic to help you apply vinyl to your projects. I have all the supplies mentioned down below in the video description so that you can easily find everything in one place. The next important tool that we have is a weeding tool. Now, Cricut has their own brand, but there are other types of brands that you can get. They kind of look like the tools that your dentist uses when you're there, but they're ultimately used to help you with your weeding projects. Now, there's different shapes and sizes. A lot of them will come with these protective covers on them. I recommend that you leave them on when you're not using them because these can be sharp. Next, we have the spatula. This is also a really important tool. Simply, this is used mostly to remove paper from your cutting mats or even vinyl sometimes. This is a useful tool and very helpful with paper crafts. Next on the list is scissors. Now, everyone's got a pair of scissors. You don't need to get the Cricut brand ones. They're nice and they're small and they have a little protective cover on them. These are sharp and the point is very pointy, so you need to be careful with that. That's why this cover is very helpful. But having a pair of scissors for cutting your projects is always very beneficial. A paper cutter comes in handy as well when we're using our Cricut Joys. The inner side dimension of this machine is smaller than the normal machines that you would use. So if you are just buying normal vinyl or normal paper from your stores, you would need to have a trimmer to be able to cut it to fit within your cutting space on this machine. Whenever you're doing projects, having a ruler or a tape measure is very handy. I use this regular tape measure a lot. You can use a fabric one instead so that it bends better on your projects, but this is the one that I like to use. And finally, a must-have tool is tweezers. Now, again, Cricut has tweezers, but you can get any type of tweezers. But I find that these reverse tweezers are really nice because you don't have to hold the tweezers shut when you're working on your project. So you simply release it and the product that you're holding will stay in place, which is a really nice feature and doesn't make your hands very tired. Cricut also sells pens for the Cricut Joys. They come in different colors and you can get them in different multi-packs, and they're really convenient to use when you are working on paper crafts. These are really convenient to use. All you need to do is pull out your blade and then put it in, and this bevel here at the edge is where the pen will stop when it goes into the machine, so it lines up here, and then you close it in like that and it's ready to go. Now, this is a great addition for when you're making cards or if you want to do custom designs on any paper projects that you have. If this is helping you figure out what to buy, make sure you save this video so that you can come back to it when you're shopping for supplies. Next, let's talk about vinyl, because this is probably one of the most commonly used materials you'll use with your Cricut Joy. There's a few different types and each one has a different purpose depending on what you're making. There's a lot of different types of projects that you can do with your Cricut, and one of the types of projects is using vinyl. Now, before we get into what you can make with your vinyl, let's just talk about different types of vinyl. So there is what is called permanent vinyl and removable vinyl, and that comes in both sheets. So these are 12 by 12 sheets that you can buy in like a variety pack, or you can buy it in rolls. Now there's two types. There's permanent vinyl and there is removable vinyl. Now the difference between those is, just as the title suggests, one is to stay on permanently and one is to be removed. Now you can use permanent on almost all applications. If you're going to put it on your walls, the paint will peel with it, so I don't recommend that. But for the most of the projects that you do, permanent vinyl is ideal. Cricut makes special vinyl for their machines that is purchased in a pre-cut size that fits nicely, but they also have what's called smart vinyl, and this is my last piece of it, but it has an edge here so that you don't need to use a mat at all with it, and it just goes into the machine and it gets pulled in like so that you don't need to actually do anything with a mat on it, and you can just use the paper by itself. Now this is a little bit more pricey, so I don't buy this. I just use my normal vinyl that I have. I cut the size to the size that I need and I put it onto my mat. When you're using permanent vinyl, or if you are using removable vinyl, you will need what's called transfer tape. And this is basically a clear sheet of plastic that you put on top of your design to help you peel it off of the carrier sheet that's on the vinyl, and then you can transfer it onto your project. This is a really simple use. The one thing that's important to note is that there's different stickiness values of this. So there are some that are low adhesion and some that are high adhesion. For most projects, you want a medium adhesion transfer tape so that you can actually remove the vinyl that you are using on the design. If you're using a high adhesion transfer tape, you will have a very hard time removing the designs from your transfer tape, and it will often ruin your project. So that's something to be mindful of. And then again, you also have the opposite end. If it's not sticky enough, you will not be able to hold on to it. If you want more beginner Cricut tutorials and easy project ideas, be sure to hit the subscribe button so you don't miss my next video. Now let's move on to heat transfer vinyl. This is also known as HTV or iron-on vinyl. This is what you'll use for shirts, tote bags, and fabric projects. And there's a few extra items that you'll need to have if you want to do HTV projects. Now I use 12 by 12 sheets because I also have a larger machine, but if you want to use this on your Joy, you would simply cut this down to size so that it fits onto your cutting mat. If you are making shirts or totes or whatever you would like with your HTV vinyl, you need to have a few other things. Now, when I first started, I simply used my iron, which was a perfect solution for the project because you don't need to spend a lot of money. But if you were going to start using a lot of HTV in your projects, it might be beneficial to get a heat press. Now, I waited probably 2 years before I bought my heat press, and there is a large variety of heat presses. The one thing that you should know is know how much space you have available for your heat press and understand that it takes a little bit more space than you think. Finally, if you are using an iron or a heat press, you do need some sort of protection for your iron or your heat press from the vinyl in case it leaks and on your final presses. I use Teflon paper. You can use parchment paper or butcher paper, but you need to make sure that if you're using parchment paper or butcher paper, it doesn't have any color that will leak onto your projects, because sometimes when you add the heat, it will actually bleed onto your project. Now, if I'm going to be honest with you, even though my Cricut Joy does cut HTV vinyl, I very seldomly use it for it because typically I make t-shirts and I can't make big projects with my Cricut Joy, or at least not quickly. If you're new to Cricut crafting, let me know what machine you have. Do you have a Joy, a Maker, or an Explorer? Let me know in the comments below. Last, let's talk about cardstock and paper supplies, which are perfect for cards, decorations, bookmarks, and so many beginner-friendly projects. This is actually one of my favorite ways to use my Cricut Joy. If you want to make paper products or paper crafts, you will need cardstock. Now, cardstock comes in many different colors and sizes. You can buy 8.5 by 11 sheets, or you can buy 12 by 12 sheets. One of my favorites is buying these large books where you have a whole variety of different papers. And the bonus with these ones is that they all match, so you can mix and match the colors together. But you also have the option of using regular 8.5 by 11 sheets of cardstock to make your projects with. With all of the paper, you will need to slice it down to size to fit onto your cutting mats. So that's where your paper cutter and your scissors come in handy, so that you make sure that your design of your paper stays within the 6.5 by 4.5 size. Now, one of my favorite things about the Cricut Joy is you can get these card inserts. And now Cricut sells these pre-made packages, and they come in 3 different sizes. Now these are fantastic because you can use these with your cutting with the card mat. And each package is specially designed so that it's a whole card in one. And so you get a card insert, which is what goes within your card. You get a card body, so this is this piece here, and then you also get an envelope which fits the card perfectly. And this comes with a variety of colors that you can mix and match to make perfect cards. And when we're cutting these cards out, all we need to do is put the back of the card inside this plastic flap, and then we put our card in this way, and we put this into our machine, and we make a card. Once the card is cut out, we simply put the insert into the card, and then we have a beautiful card that is designed for use. These card packages aren't very expensive, and they are worth their weight in gold because you can make a whole lot of cards for very little money, and they all are personalized. This is what I use my Cricut for the most, because there are so many cards that you can make with this machine and these card inserts. It's amazing, and I love it. I use my Cricut Joy 95% for cards, and then sometimes for one-off little things, but this is my go-to card making machine. I hope this video has helped make getting started with your Cricut Joy a lot less overwhelming. Remember, you do not need every material and tool listed in this video. Just start with the essentials and work your way up from there. Remember, this little machine is designed to help with your crafting journey, not make it more stressful. And it's totally okay if you use it only for one type of crafting, like I do with making cards. Don't forget to check out the description below for the full list of supplies that I've used in this video. If you're enjoying this video, I've left some other videos for you to watch right here. I hope to see you in the next video. Happy crafting!